But I want to believe in God. I want to know that there is a God that answers prayer, that I may believe in him. There was a time that I believed in him. I prayed to him in great and sore trouble of heart and mind, and he did not hear me. I have not prayed since." "How do you know that he did not hear you?" "He did not give me what I asked, though the weal of my soul hung on it." "In your judgment, perhaps he knew better." "I am the worse for his refusal. I would have believed in him if he had heard me." "Till the next desire came which he would not grant, and then you would have turned your God away. A desirable believer you would have made, a worthy brother to him who thought nothing fit to give the Father less than his all. You would accept of him no decision against your desire. That ungranted, there was no God, or not a good one." "I think I will not argue with you more. This only I will say. God has not to consider his children only at the moment of their prayer. Should he be willing to give a man the thing he knows he would afterwards wish he had not given him? If he be not ready to be treated with love's severity, if a man be not fit to be refused, what he wishes may perhaps be given him, in order that he may wish it had not been given him. But barely to give a man what he wants because he wants it, and without further purpose of his good, would be to let a poor ignorant child take his fate into his own hands, the cruelty of a devil. Yet is every prayer heard, and the real soul of the prayer may require for its real answer that it should not be granted in the form in which it is requested. To have a thing in another shape might be equivalent to not having it at all. If you knew God, you would leave that to him. He is not mocked, and he will not mock, but he knows you better than you know yourself, and would keep you from fooling yourself. He will not deal with you as the child of a day, but as the child of eternal ages. You shall be satisfied, if you will but let him have his way with the creature he has made. The question is between your will and the will of God. He is not one of those who give readiest what they prize least. He does not care to give anything but his best, or that which will prepare for it. Not many years may pass before you confess, "Thou art a God who hears prayer and gives a better answer." You may come to see that the desire of your deepest heart would have been frustrated by having what seemed its embodiment then. That God should, as a loving Father, listen, hear, consider, and deal with the request after the perfect tenderness of his heart is to me enough. It is little that I should go without what I pray for. If it be granted that any answer which did not come of love, and was not for the final satisfaction of him who prayed, would be unworthy of God, that it is the part of love and knowledge to watch over the wayward, ignorant child, then the trouble of seemingly unanswered prayers begins to abate, and a lovely hope and comfort takes its place in the childlike soul. To hear is not necessarily to grant. God forbid. But to hear is necessarily to attend to, sometimes as necessarily to refuse. Concerning this, says St. Paul, I besought the Lord thrice that it might depart from me, and he hath said unto me, My grace is sufficient for thee. Power is made perfect in weakness. God had a better thing for Paul than granting his prayer and removing his complaint. He would make him strong. The power of Christ should descend and remain upon him. He would make him stronger than his suffering, make him a sharer in the energy of God. Verily, if we have God, we can do without the answer to any prayer.